That shit.
Fonswa. This your man Kwame Shakur.
And it's Alan Poole.
And it's your guy, Fred the Fresh God.
And we are the Fonswa Podcast.
Fonswa.
For the culture.
It's episode 3, right?
Oh,
It's the
yeah,
third
man. We
episode.
just
Third
They say the
episode,
third time
man.
is a charm.
We still
Third
green,
time's a charm,
still
man.
wet up under the ears.
Yeah, we
Or
still
behind the
behind
ears.
Behind
You
the
say
ears,
that?
yeah.
Up on them, some might be wet up on them too to some things, but hey, it's coming. The change gon' come.
Hey.
Boy, that boy got some vocals.
Oh yes, it will.
Hey, hypes.
I'm trying to get a record deal too off this podcast. This is my whole thing. I need to get a record deal out this.
you know.
I'm lying, but
Suge Knight, if you listening, please holler.
shit, don't call me, bro. I'll send you a
Don't
gift.
call
I'll
Suge.
send you a fruit basket in there, my brother.
Yeah.
That's all I can do.
Would you like a bean pie, my brother?
Write him a letter or something.
what we got, my boy?
Oh yeah, man.
You want to get some important topics out first? What you got?
Y'all hear that?
Kwame?
I think that one of the most important things. Have y'all heard about what's going on with Warren Buffett?
I haven't. Fill me in.
Warren Buffett.
Fill me in.
Okay, so Warren Buffett is one of the top investors in America. Well, really in the world, right?
We should know who Warren Buffett is.
Yeah,
Right, so Warren Buffett is a real popular investor.
Yeah.
To drive the point home, when you look at the top richest people inside of America, they are all dealing with tech. The top 5 are all in tech. So Jeff Bezos started with Amazon. He's dealing with tech. Mark Zuckerberg, he started Facebook. He's dealing with tech. Larry Page started Oracle. He's dealing with tech. And the only other person that's on the list that's not dealing with tech is Warren Buffett. He's an investor, Berkshire Hathaway.
He's the last one.
He's the
I
only
think
one.
he heavily invested in Coca-Cola and some other stuff.
Right. He invested in a lot of other things with Berkshire Hathaway.
Right.
One of the most important things that it happened, the reason why I want to start the podcast off is because, on Fonswa Podcast, we try to give our Fonswasions game, man. We try to keep them, you know what I'm saying? Get that camera out my face. We try Fresh guy got the camera in my face. I already told him I'm looking rough right now.
This boy live. Let me hop on this live right quick.
Yeah. How long is live? No, man. For the Fonswasions, we try to always give them some game, man, so they can kind of be prepared. On the Fonswa Podcast, we always try to make sure that, we keep y'all informed. So one of the biggest things that happened this year wasn't COVID-19, but one of the biggest news stories that happened this year is that Warren Buffett took all his stock out of his bank. Like, he took all his bank stock out and reinvested it into gold. Okay. So why is that important, right? Because all his career, he's always said that he didn't like gold. Gold was not appreciating value. It didn't rise.
Which is a lie. It's always appreciated.
No, it's not really appreciated. It stays stagnant. Like gold,
but I'm saying it got value to it.
It got value, but what he's saying is like he'd rather invest in a company because with a company, it can rise. Like the stock can rise, right? Where gold is kind of like stagnant.
Okay.
So he go up and down, and it's had is lows.
Yeah. So gold is, so he's always been against gold, right? He's always said all his life.
Hey, gold up right now though.
I figured it'd go up and down like a stock because you can invest in it.
No, but it doesn't have any appreciating value. It's just gold. It doesn't do anything. It just sits.
I guess
there.
The more you have, then the more it
just sits there. If you buy 3 bars of gold, it's just gonna sit there. It's just gonna be 3 bars of gold.
Yeah, I feel what
versus
you
if you have a company, you can start chains. You can start all kind of. It can grow, right?
You talking about just gold, just having a physical gold.
Yeah.
But you can invest in gold in the stock market and other stuff, and they go up and down.
Right.
Just the physical gold.
But that's the thing, right? He didn't invest in physical gold. He invested in gold.
Yeah,
he took all
business.
He took all his money out and he invested in the second largest gold mining company in the world with Barrick Gold.
I see what you're saying.
Right. So what does that say to you when the richest investor in the world takes all his money out of U.S. banks and he puts it in gold? What does that say to you?
We've been bamboozled, my brother.
Upcoming economic collapse.
Exactly. So right now, one of the biggest things that people are talking about that a lot of people aren't talking about is that one of the biggest investors in the whole entire world took all his bank stock out.
Nah, they're not talking about that. This is the first time I heard about it.
Yeah, a lot of people, that's why we giving you this game on Fonswa Podcast, because we want to get y'all prepared for what's coming. We want y'all to be educated. We want y'all, we like to play around up here, but at the same time, we want to be able to give y'all some game that y'all can use in real life. So
I like where we starting this podcast, because we could piggyback off this a lot.
So what it is it's not looking good for the American dollar. The fiat currency of the American dollar is losing. It's losing a lot of value right now, due to the inflation. Right, everybody got those checks, those stimulus checks from the government. That was $1,200, whatever. But that added up. That's a lot of money that they had to print to put in circulation, which is going to cause tremendous inflation. So for those who don't understand what inflation is, it means that the more you print, the less it becomes valuable, right? So the reason why certain things are so cheap is because they're readily available. But it's just like toilet paper when the pandemic hit. Before, it was just readily available. You can go into Walmart and get it. But then once it started becoming scarce, then the price of it went.
Kind of like what happened in Zimbabwe, where they have them $1 trillion bills, you know what I'm saying? And the more you print, like he said, the more you print, the less your dollar gonna cost. I think that happened when we got off the gold standard.
Right, we got off the gold standard in the 70s. Richard Nixon took us off the gold standard.
Yeah.
Before then, the U.S. dollar was backed by gold, gold has always been the original money, right? Yeah. Gold was the original money, but then we went to paper money because in Italy, the Medici family, they decided that we would do paper money because it was so hard to transport gold, right? So
with the weight of it,
the weight and everything else, it was a lot of people you had pirates that were trying to take the gold or whatever. So they would start these IOUs, which became paper currency, but it was always backed by gold. So that was the thing. So we went through 4 different stages.
Went from a gold standard to a debt system, a debt slave system. Because the more you print, the more in debt you go. So the fiat, that whole thing, bro, that to me, that's been ruining our economy. They said the dollar has lost 99% of its value ever since we went off the gold standard.
Ever since the 70s, it's tremendously, because it's not backed in by anything. It's only backed by the promise that it means something. It's a legal tender, right? So it just means that it's backed because it's the dollar, because the government, the state, quote unquote, people in power say that.
Constitutionally, it's really not even it's not even real money.
Well,
if you look at the Constitution and look at what
Congress is supposed to print up money.
I want to say this too. That's why they cut the money up and brand it up and stuff. Because like we were saying, the more money we got printed up, then the less valuable it is.
The less value it has. So for me, and what I want to tell the Fonswasians is, if you are trying to make sure that you and your family is good for the future, I would suggest that you go and invest in either bearish gold or some gold mining companies, or start getting into cryptocurrency. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, when this system falls, this is what Satoshi Nakamoto made the Bitcoin for. If y'all don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is, he's the
creator.
Yeah, he's the creator of Bitcoin, right? And he made it specifically for the reason that's going on right now, because there's only a certain amount of Bitcoin.
So it don't be tied centrally to a bank.
It won't be tied to a bank.
You control your own money.
You control your own money. It makes you, exactly what AP just said. It makes you the bank, right? So you have all kind of different cryptocurrencies. Right now, Bitcoin is at what, like $11,000? I can't remember last time I checked.
10.3 yesterday. Let me see. I got an app on my phone.
Right. So
it's at 10.3. Yeah,
it's at 10.3, right?
The next one down is Ethereum. That's that was made in Russia.
Right.
That's the second
which
cryptocurrency with the highest market share. It's $368.
And then you got Litecoin.
Yeah, that went down in market share. It's number 9 on market share. But you want to own the top 2 who have most of the market.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So Ethereum is for the people, like, it's $300 a coin. So for the people who don't have a lot of money, who ain't got $10,000 just to blow on a Bitcoin.
Well, you get parts of it.
You can get Satoshis. You can't get Satoshis.
Fractional.
You can get fractional, but at the same time, for me personally, I like my whole coin. So if for those who
a lot of people like that pretty 1, 2 number, you know, instead
you know
of 0.03.
I never like that. I want all mine and nothing else. You feel me? So for me,
a lot of people, I'm sorry, they not taking cash at a lot of places either. Like now.
Yeah, see, that's the whole thing with the coin short.
Or you have to have the exact change.
No, I'm telling people out there that the fans and stuff that people not taking cash like that no more.
Yeah,
at restaurants. And,
he right on that.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't want you to use cash.
They don't want you to
They're
use.
saying that everywhere that I'm going, they're saying either you have to have the exact change or you have to use a card.
Now, see, why is that? They've been making coins.
Yeah.
You see, it's not a shortage on coins. It's that they not making anymore because they want to put us on a cashless system. Yeah. They want everything digital. I think I read an article a couple weeks ago that was saying that they plan on having a digital dollar by spring 2021. To where pretty much we just dealing straight numbers on the computer screen.
Last time I had some cash on me, man.
Really?
Yeah.
I use my card.
I like cash just because I can see what go in and out.
Right. Because it's tangible, right?
Even when I go to the barbershop, I use Apple Pay.
Really?
Yeah, or the Square or whatever. We don't use cash.
Or Cash App.
Yeah, Cash App.
I think
too.
Cash App is the norm.
Cash App.
I went and got my hair cut. Last time I got my hair cut, the barber, he cut my hair. I didn't have the other $10 that I had to pay him for, you know what I'm saying, everything else. And guess what I did? Cash App. Bam. So that's the new thing.
So I use PayPal also.
We went through all kind of different stages, right? So we went to gold, and then we went through to the paper dollar. Then we went to the digital. Now we're going to the cryptocurrency era, right? So now everything is, I believe, now I'm not a financial advisor, so, you know, do your due diligence as far as your research, but if you ask me personally what I think the future is going to be completely cryptocurrency. I believe fiat currency is going to become irrelevant, right? Yeah. So if you are an individual that wants to make sure that your family is okay, I would say that you start investing in gold mining companies, start looking at different companies that gold mine, because it's still gold is going to stand there because it's the foundation
do you have something that you know I like off back that you can, you know, give to the listeners?
Right now, I'm invested in Barrett's Gold. I bought shares in Barrett's Gold because I follow Warren Buffett. But at the same time, a lot of people don't have that amount of money to pay $30 for.
Or physical gold too. I know it's sites like Amex.com. They do gold bullion, the coins on ounces. They do bars, silver.
What's the name of that? What's the name of
Amex? AMEX.com. Amex is pretty much a gold and silver shop where you could buy your physical precious metals.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Amex. I didn't know that. I never heard of that. But this is what a lot of people talked about Nipsey, right? And how important he was and whatever. But he was really important because he had already began to indulge in cryptocurrency. I think his store, the Marathon store, was the first store in the United States to accept cryptocurrency, making him one of the key innovators.
Well, you know, they got it at the gas stations all over now.
Yeah, they started.
I'm sorry, not Amex. AMX is AppMex. APMEX. That's what I'm saying.
AppMex.
Yeah, Amex is American Express. I don't want people to get misinterpreted on it, but it's AppMex. APMEX. So that's if you want to buy physical precious metals, they got it all there. Bars, coins.
Yeah. I believe they started with food stamps though. Yeah. When they took the food stamps out. And it's, you know, it's kind of funny when you think about it. You remember you had to pay for the whole book of food stamps?
Oh, yeah, you did. You
and then they had brought the EBT card in.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody used the EBT card.
Now everybody used the EBT card. So we constantly
been
been
trying
evolving.
to move to that digital.
Yeah, that was about 20 years ago. Man.
Slowly but for surely, they moving that way.
Right up under our noses like that. But I do want to say,
I still got some paper food stamps. My bad.
Yeah. You still got a book.
I ain't spend all of them.
You still got a book.
Man, I ain't spend all of them. So
I wonder, do they still take them? If you was to come up and say
that. I don't know. I don't think so, man.
You don't think so?
My bad, AP. Go ahead. Get it off the
I was just saying, you know, before you start getting into your cryptos and your gold and worrying about what we gonna do with money from the future, shit, make sure you got some food in the house. Make sure you stocked up. Make sure you got something in the ground as far as vegetables. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody should move to be their own farmers at this point. Because, you know, these grocery stores, how they going, you know what I'm saying? We seen what the shelves look like earlier this year with all the coronavirus and shit. You know what I'm saying? So everybody just be safe before you, because you can't eat gold. You can't eat cryptocurrency. You know what I'm saying? Can't protect yourself with none of that. So y'all get that straight first before.
Yeah, because this whole thing is like real shaky, right? This whole thing is real shaky, and I think that the coronavirus really showed us how shaky it is.
Oh man.
Like the fact that like when I went inside stores, man, there was no toilet paper at all, bro. There was no food on certain, like you had certain foods that were there, but a lot of foods wasn't.
What you use for toilet paper though, man? If
I don't even want to talk about that. That was a dark time in my life.
Get you one of wet cloths.
Get you a leaf, my brother.
Yeah.
Get you some of them leaves.
You gotta
from
start
the tree.
investing in a bidet, man. You gotta get one of those.
Yeah, that's
bidets
that had a big spike in sales.
I should have invested in that. What I should have, man.
That shit.
If I would have been thinking
about
about
that. A nice bidet cost you what, about $600?
I should have bought some stock in bidets.
Man,
real talk. After when the TV, I mean,
he really spent game though.
When the TV had, you know, the shortage came about. Man, we should have had invested in bidets. Man, you gotta think ahead of stuff like that. Like I invested in Gap when Kanye West bought it. When he ain't buy Gap. I mean, when he got that deal with Gap for the Yeezy.
Okay, sorry about those technical difficulties. We back. But Fresh God, I think he left off on saying
No, I was just saying I invested
in
in Gap stocks for anybody who, you know. I always peep game on the stock market and see what's going on in the world, man, and try to stay ahead of the wave.
That's real. That's real, bro. Because a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people in the black community that I talk to, most of the time they don't understand the stock market.
Hold that thought right there too. And Disney stock went up also after Beyonce dropped that last King video, Black is King. It went up also. So just if you see something like that, just peep game. And
I'm gonna tell you what was a real come up was that Kodak stock too. They said, you know, you heard about Kodak? Kodak was $2. That motherfucker shot up goddamn over 1,000%. Boy,
they must brought the cameras back. That's Polaroid.
Kodak got a deal. They ain't bring the Polaroid.
Kodak back out?
Kodak got a deal with the government.
Yeah,
with coronavirus treatment.
Talking about Kodak Black.
Yeah, you know, Kodak got them. Hey, Kodak on the stock market doing numbers, man.
Free Kodak.
Nah, I'm just playing.
Yeah. Boy, man.
But
what happened, though, to cause the stock to go?
Kodak, it got a deal with the government. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much saying they going to help with this coronavirus treatment or whatever.
Oh, really?
Remember what they was telling you about the UV light?
So Kodak is going to
be... Kodak dealing with the lens, some dealing with the camera. Let me find the article.
So it don't have nothing to do with the vaccine or nothing like that, huh?
It do have something to do.
It do?
Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So they investing in it, like Bill Gates.
Yeah. So for a lot of people that's out here that's trying to figure out like what they're gonna do in the future, one of the best things that you can do is invest in tech right now.
Yeah, that too.
The stock market took a hit this week, but at the same time, Apple just did a split. So what it is this called a 4-in-1 split. So Apple just did
Apple too.
Yeah, Apple just did a 4-in-1 split to make their shares more affordable. So right now, last time I checked, it was $110 for one share. Before they did the 4-in-1 split,
like $300 or something.
It was $400 to get a split, right?
Had went in then.
So if you looking to invest in these companies that's going to rule the world, or not rule the world, but actually like be very influential in the world,
they rule this motherfucker.
Yeah, I ain't want to just put it out there, but they really kind of do.
But on that Kodak thing, I found they said Donald Trump's administration is using the Defense Production Act to provide a $765 million loan to support the launch of Kodak Pharmaceuticals.
How much?
Kodak, the camera company, is getting into the pharmaceutical game.
What?
Imagine that. That's why it went up so much. And they thought it was insider trading because a lot of people was buying the stock leading up to that. Then that motherfucking shit just shot. I'm talking about... Niggas came up. Like, you would have probably made $1 million off a $10,000 investment easy.
Wow. See, what you want to do with the stock market, and this is what a lot of people don't give us game on in the black community, is the reason why the stock market is so good is because if you say you got an iPhone right now that you're listening to this off of. Well, so a company had to make that iPhone. The company is called Apple. If you would have invested in Apple back in, let's say 2010, you would have put $1,000 into it right now, you'd be sitting on well over $200,000. right, off that $1,000. So what you're doing is you want to find a company that gives you dividends. So what a lot of people get confused is you can be rich, but you cannot be wealthy. Your wealth is tied into what you own and what assets that you have. See, a stock is an asset. So what you do is you want to get a dividend yield, because with a good dividend yield, they'll take a portion of the money that you have inside their stock, and they'll pay you every month. So they'll send you a check every month. So say you have $200,000 invested in Apple. Well, they'll probably send you a check that's a percentage of that. So you'll probably get a $10,000 check every month. You see what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of people.
They got to start a whole master class.
They were giving out dividends when it went up last time.
Yeah.
They were giving out dividends. And you want to invest in Apple. I keep pushing Apple so much because Apple is the only company that has so much reserve money that even if they went like everything went bad tomorrow with the economy, they could still pay you your dividends because they have such a reserve in money. You see
they also got a loyal fan base too.
Right,
that's a good thing to have. Like Tesla is also a good company with a loyal fan base. You know,
Tesla took a big hit this week.
A lot of the whole stock market went into a correction.
Yeah, it always is up and down.
This whole, you see what I'm saying? Because it was.
Yeah.
One thing we do gotta understand: the stock market is in a bubble. A bubble, y'all know what a bubble is, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When
it's just like the 2008 housing crash.
We still in a housing crisis to this day.
Right now.
So we in a housing bubble, a stock market bubble, a damn commodity bubble. Bro, it's an everything bubble. That's what they calling it. Right now, this shit might crash. Yeah, at any point, we ain't got no legs to stand on. You know
and that's why you need to get cryptocurrency simply because when
don't put all your eggs in one basket. Either,
but yeah, don't put it. Yeah, if you're gonna buy some satoshis for Bitcoin, diversify your everything. Buy some Litecoin. Buy some Ethereum. You see what I'm saying? So you can have all.
Real estate finna take
a big hit.
Yeah, hit too. But then it's gonna be wise to invest in some real estate after that. After everybody get foreclosed, like you were saying about the housing crisis that happened.
2008 made some millionaires.
Yeah, it's gonna happen again because of this pandemic and people being laid off their job and stuff like that. So I ain't trying to put nobody out their house, but investing in
it's an opportunity.
It's an opportunity.
That's all.
It's an opportunity because other people have been doing it and they call it gentrification. So, yeah, you might want to invest in the community.
That's just what it is, man. Buy these single-family homes, there's going to be pennies on the dollar once they foreclose.
So, just be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, and then you providing a service. You rent that out to a family that might not be able to afford their whole house off mortgage and shit. So, you know, it's doing a service.
You want to put yourself in a position. I heard Nipsey say that when this thing happens, because Nipsey actually predicted this. If you go look up on YouTube and it says Nipsey, put in Nipsey Hussle cryptocurrency, he has multiple videos and he talks about it the whole time. Like that was his biggest. That's what he was saying was going to happen. He said this thing is going to fall, and when it falls, verbatim, this is what he said: you want to be in the right chair. So what we're saying to you Fonswasians out there is we want y'all to be in the right chair, right? We don't want y'all to be, because we get so caught up in all this other news, but you know, ain't nobody ever been talking about the fact that this whole thing is finna fall down. And they ain't giving you the game that you can actually go and listen to.
They ain't gonna tell you.
But I'm gonna tell you the first thing that's gonna fall is our food shortages, our food supply. I mean, that's the first thing that's gonna fall.
Exactly.
Hey, I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but they've been burning crops, saying that the crops and food got coronavirus in it. They've been laying farmers off. They've been telling farmers to kill their animals and things like that. And this is all coming to, they want to control what you eat. You know, I don't know if you heard your girl Kamala Harris come out and say, you know, she don't think Americans should eat red meat. She think, you know what I'm saying, there should be like a restriction on that, on the red meat consumption of America.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong, you know, red meat isn't always good for you.
Nah,
but once you
start
start
methane gas, right? It's part of what we're doing with the global warming crisis.
Now that global warming shit, you could choose to believe in that or believe, you know.
Well,
that's
what
they say. To me, that's some conspiracy shit. You know what I'm saying? That global warming shit. Yeah, when I see a lot of politicians start pushing one agenda, I start to look at it funny.
Well, the way I look at it is like this, right? They had the Paris deal, and America chose to opt out of it. But the rest of the world was like, "Yo, this is a serious situation."
Exactly.
You know,
the rest of the world. There you go.
But see, the rest of the world is the one that's bearing the brunt of our consumption, right? It's the reason why Hong Kong and all these China nations China is littered with
it's some pollution,
fog and pollution is because they're producing for us to consume, right? So that what they're saying is, hey, America, you're the biggest consumer of all this stuff. You need to be at the head of trying to curtail this ongoing disaster.
I think China is the lead on that. I mean, you got
we were supposed to be the lead. We're not in the lead on it anymore.
I thought we spent the most money in America, like consumer wise.
We are, but see, this is the thing, right? They're saying that we consume all this stuff and all these products, like even in India. I talked to somebody that was Indian, right? And that's from East India, and they were saying that in Mumbai to breathe in the air is like breathing in 7 packs of cigarettes a day. Like smoking 7 packs of cigarettes just to sit there.
That's
and breathe
like
in the
hot
air.
Yeah, you right.
Hot boxing the city.
You right. Fred. I look at GDP.
Okay.
So the GDP for the United States is 19 trillion, and China is just under us at 12 trillion, and then Japan big drop off at 4 trillion.
Right.
So yeah. But China whooping our ass in a lot of shit. We owe China a lot of money. Let me tell you, if y'all don't know right now, China owns America.
I mean, if you just, I guarantee you, if you look in your house, probably 40% of everything that you got in your house right now is
I'm gonna say
made in China.
I'm gonna say over 50%, man. Probably more than that, man. Probably 80%, 85% of the stuff.
This damn laptop we
man, who use these mics?
All that.
This cup right here, the chicken that they got from Chick-fil-A came from China.
Real.
These water bottles.
A lot of people don't know some of that meat.
These Tom Ford shades I got on was made in China.
Oh no, don't do yourself like that, man. Them ain't no real Tom Ford.
Yeah, I'm just playing, man. I'm lying, dude. They some Tom Fords, but they were made in China. Wherever Tom Ford from.
Knockoff Tom Fords.
Nah, these some knock-ons right here.
Hey, fresh guy for a reason.
These some knock-ons.
That's Fonswa.
You know how we do it. You know how we do it. They real to me.
I don't do it like that. But look.
Next question.
We gonna move on, man. We gonna move on.
Yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, y'all. Just do your research. Make sure that you know what I'm saying, you do your proper research, your due diligence, figure out what I'm telling you. And yeah, man, look into that Bitcoin thing and look at what, if you think I'm lying about Warren Buffett, just do your research.
And look into start playing your own food.
Right. As far as playing your own food,
first thing first.
I was gonna say, I appreciate you.
If you don't have a way like a garden or a lot of land, what you can do is just get buckets. You can go to Lowe's and get 5-gallon buckets.
YouTube University will teach you everything you need to know.
Exactly, my brother.
You grow collard greens right in your
right in the kitchen,
right in the den.
You don't have to have land to grow food. All you have to do is have a bucket, some soil, and to make sure that they get the proper nutrients and sunlight that they need. And you can learn all that off YouTube. So if you're saying, well, I can't do that because I don't have no land to grow no food, what I'm gonna do?
You got internet.
Yeah.
You got a connection.
Exactly.
You got a phone in your hand.
You can grow your garden with less than $100.
Oh, most definitely. They even got things, microgreens and things that grow in weeks, for you to eat. The microgreens. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't just got to be outside playing in the ground waiting months on something to harvest.
Right.
So like I said, there's ways around. I just want everybody to be prepared for what's coming. They want to have a second wave, third wave, and a fourth wave with all this corona bullshit they got going. So just be prepared, Fonswations. Moving on, man. Save the children.
Save the children.
Save
Arms
the
of
children.
the angels.
Hey, let me hear that one more time, Fred.
The arms of the angels.
Hey. 1 cent a day will allow you to feed one homeless African child. Who we got on the promo?
R. Kelly.
Not R. Kelly, man. Not R. Kelly. Not for saving the children.
This man on the floor over here, bro. That's why ambulance 911. Bro.
All right, man. Let's
Y'all crazy. Go ahead, AP, get it off your chest, man.
Man, they say we got R. Kelly on the promo to save the church. Okay, on a serious note.
I apologize.
Fresh guy.
We know we had to lighten things up a little bit.
Oh yeah,
man.
we had to
But
lighten
look,
it up
man,
for a second, man. We can't have y'all out here too depressed about the situation.
Save
man.
the children.
Okay.
Save the
definitely.
children.
All right, that's definitely something I ride with.
I'm gonna read some of y'all some codes. You know what I'm saying? I was telling you about the FBI codes they had out. Right. This is from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. For this is the code word and terminology used by pedophiles to identify sexual preferences. So the word hot dog is kin to boy. Pizza equals girl. Cheese equals little girl. Pasta equals little boy. Ice cream equals male prostitute. Walnut equals person of color. Map equals semen. And sauce equals origin. Now I want y'all to listen to an interview that Kamala Harris did with President Barack Obama. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
Yeah, let's hear that. Let's see what's
So
up.
tell me about Joe and your relationship with Joe, and what do I need to know? Like, what's the thing about the ice cream? He loves ice cream. Tell me about that.
Well, listen, ice cream is big. Pasta with red sauce. He can go deep on that.
So
Did y'all
tell me
hear that? I'm gonna play it
about
one more time.
Joe
more
and
time.
your relationship with Joe, and what do I need to know? Like, what's the thing about the ice cream? He loves ice cream. Tell me about that.
Well, listen, ice cream is big. Pasta with red sauce. He can go deep on that.
Okay, that's it. That's
enough of that.
That's enough.
Shenanigans.
Now, you know, I'm not saying they using these codes, cause I just can't say. You know what I'm saying? We can't just convict nobody without the
Allegedly.
You know, we gonna say allegedly. But tell me about Joe, and the first thing you want to know is about ice cream, and then your boy went from desserts to pasta with red sauce.
Right. So I think one of the biggest things, and I'm glad you brought that up.
I don't know
bro.
about that.
I'm glad you brought that up, bro, because one of the biggest
Save
things
the
that's
children.
going on right now is the QAnon, the QAnon or QAnon.
QA9.
Yeah, the QAnon, right?
QA9. Yeah.
So what if the Fonswasians don't know what QAnon is?
QA9, nigga.
No, they call it QAnon. They also
call it QAnon
and yeah,
too?
they call it QAnon too.
You need a U for that, don't it? QU?
It's a QA. It's QAnon. I'm serious. Like I looked it up, right?
Okay,
so I was
okay.
because
I
I was
seen it.
totally in the dark about what QAnon
Yeah,
was.
because I think I mentioned it to you and Buddy back, you know. When
like
we,
back then,
yeah,
yeah. And I was like, let me look
QA9,
into this. Like, let me look into this. So what QAnon is, it's supposed to be like, you know how you have different social media sites. Well, one of the main social media sites that a lot of I don't want to say white people.
4chan.
4chan, exactly.
That's where the first
I don't want
post
to say
was
white.
from.
I don't want to say white people, but a lot of people that's on the tech side who just so happen to be white
On the message boards and
on
things.
the message boards. They don't usually use
4chan is like a more covert, more anonymous Reddit.
Right.
See what I'm
See, yeah,
saying?
you
So
exactly.
that's where, you know, the first post from QAnon was from. They said back, I want to say 2015.
Right.
Back when Trump was first starting his campaign.
And some
they showed
people
up.
believe that QAnon is just a weapon that Trump is
a
using.
psyop.
Yeah, he's basically
they call
using that to pump different conspiracy theories into people's, you know what I'm saying, belief system. And they basically saying that Trump is the Messiah, not the Messiah really, but he's going to save you. He's going to save us
That whole
from
drain the swamp thing.
Drain the swamp. So, a lot of these things that you're hearing about the pedophilia on the
Politics
side is coming from the QAnon. Now, some people are calling them crazy, and some people are saying, well, they might be crazy on some things, but certain things they're talking like real deal spiel about. So that's where you're starting to get the whole situation with the pedophilia and the Democratic
And there's certain
Party.
things in Trump's speeches that they look for or whatever, like the QAnon or whatever. He'll post something, and then be like, look out for these code words in Trump's next speech.
Right,
and then
right.
Trump will actually say those.
He'll say those words.
You know what I'm saying? Just
like
he was talking about,
must be the truth. He must.
Right.
This must be real. It solidifies what they believe. Now,
Exactly.
some people, like I said, believe that this is all a psych op and that this is basically them.
It's
using,
controlled opposition.
Right. It's controlling the opposition, and it's getting people to believe in him. No matter what he does, that he's doing it for the right reasons, right? So that's how you get people that's black, white, and all kind of other colors that's out here saying Trump is going to save us, Trump is going to do this, and he's going to do that, because you're not tapped into what they're tapped into. They're tapped into something totally different than what you're tapped into, and that's what the internet has really done as far as society, in my opinion, is made it where, we can all live inside our own little bubble and believe in what we believe in and have an echo chamber.
Now I just put out them cold words. This is Trump. Now a lot of people say this is him kind of winking the eye a little bit, giving a little hint of what's going on.
All right, play it.
He's in Pennsylvania. Stopped at a pizza shop.
Supposedly have the best pizza. We'll let you know about it in a half hour. Thank you, everybody.
Now a lot of people would think that's random. Why would Trump, of all places, why would he stop in Pennsylvania just to stop at a pizza shop and have news reporters and press come up just to show a pizza and just say, we'll talk about it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's almost like a secret language they speaking. You know what I'm saying? I know that's big. That's big on these sites, is that a lot of these pedophiles do this shit in the open.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's why with the whole thing with the Kamala Harris and the Obama, it's so weird. It's like, fam, y'all in our face with this shit. Like, we don't know.
But see, that's the thing, right? So it's so crazy because you're dealing with people who believe this theory, right? And these people who believe this theory, they like, yo, you doing this in front of our face. Well, what if it's just Joe Biden actually likes ice cream and pasta? We don't know, right? We don't really know.
How random is that?
Yeah, that's what I was finna say. It's crazy.
That's random, bro.
It is.
Even somebody that don't know these theories, like Fred, you know what I'm saying? You looking at it like, now, that was my whole reason of telling y'all the codes beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, tell me something about Joe. Now, you're not talking about him as a person. You're not talking about none of his policies, what he has done for politics, nothing.
He said something about pizza.
What about the ice cream? I've been hearing a lot about the ice cream. Yeah, he likes ice cream and also pasta. Pasta with red sauce. He likes to go deep in... What?
It does sound a little bit fishy, doesn't it? It sounds a little fishy,
Like,
doesn't it?
what? Nah, obese, as you like to call his fried ass.
The views of Alan Poole do not reflect the Fonswa podcast.
Yeah, wow.
Hey, man, but in all seriousness, I understand what a lot of people is coming from with this, because like we broke down in the first podcast, there are a lot of Democratic politicians that have been convicted, just politicians in general, that have been convicted on child
sex crimes.
Child sex crimes.
And if I
right?
can, I'm sorry to cut you off. If
Go
I
ahead,
can,
brother.
I have some good information. This is from a trusted source. This is a list of all U.S. politicians charged or convicted of sex crimes against minor. Now, I'm just going to run off a few names. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to...
Because last time you had like 1,000 names, brother.
Yeah,
I was like,
I ain't going to go too in.
Everybody was on that list. I like, who ain't on the list?
Who ain't on the list?
But these some Republic... You know what I'm saying? I'm not even finna go into this list. I want to... It's on... If y'all want to look this shit up, it's on USAReally.com.
Yeah.
And just look up that list of all U.S. politicians charged or convicted with sex
Because we did
crimes.
that on another.
Because I don't want to
first
get y'all time,
podcast.
but it's people tied to Trump's campaign, it's people tied to Obama's campaign, it's people tied to Hillary.
Yeah,
Hillary
go to the first episode if y'all want all the names he was reading.
That's
down.
just
Refer
the
to
Democrat side
first one.
too.
On
They
iTunes
got a whole
or,
they got it
Spotify.
separated.
They got the Republicans.
They got
also.
Republicans. They got Republicans.
So
and
these
then they got
people that we're
separated
voting
into
for, they
Democrats.
like
Yeah.
and
Elected officials.
Y'all see
Yeah,
how
these
long
elected
this list
officials.
is, bro?
Yeah,
Look how
yeah.
long this list is. Fam.
It's
That
long,
ain't
bro.
number names, fam.
It's long.
Come
bro.
on.
Make sure I don't see nobody name I know on that.
That's what I was trying to say. I said shit. You know, I'll let y'all look that up because I don't want to
Jesse,
just
is that you?
shout everybody out.
Like, nah, but yeah, man, like the whole thing is just like, we vote for these people, but it really goes down to we don't really even know these.
Nah, you don't even know the half of it, man.
You don't be knowing people.
I be hating that. You don't know a lot of people out here. These celebrities, man, that be in front of the camera that people look up to. You don't know what they doing when they go home.
And that goes back to the QAnon thing, right? One of the biggest things that was going on back in the early 2000s with the Illuminati, and they had these YouTube videos, and they were saying, well, if you look at this, and they throwing up this sign, and they doing this and this and this, and then people started to believe that, like, yo, these people are part of this. So it's really a belief system that you either you take in as fact or you reject it. But one of the things that I would like to say is just do your due diligence on the people that you call yourself following. Right, whether they be politicians or whether they be social leaders or whatever, just do your due diligence on them and make sure that you understand who they are.
You're right, but it's still you still won't never know behind closed doors unless you just like live with that person, because you can see somebody right outside, and then when they come in and close the door, be like, all right, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Ain't no telling what they doing. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They playing.
And I'm telling just they policies for one, but that ain't none of our business too much if it ain't really just affecting us like that. But at the same time, they policies that they bring to the table that affect our community, man. We sit there and turn a blind eye to stuff like that.
I think it's really interesting, like how they always been like that, especially politicians, or even just people in power. Like J. Edgar Hoover, they said was a staunch racist, right? He destroyed the Black Panther Party. He destroyed the anti-war movement back in the 70s and 60s. But they also say he used to go home and he used to dress up in drag. He used to have a boyfriend and he used to wear wigs and all kind of other stuff.
This stuff is more than just...
so these people with power,
deeper than that,
bro. These people is actually out here raping kids. That's what we gotta stop. We gotta stop calling it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to brush over it. You know what I'm saying? Sugarcoat shit, bro. These politicians raping kids.
But see, when you say these politicians, you're basically saying like it's kind of like a generalization, like because there's not. How do we know what politician is doing what? We don't know until they get caught.
Hey, go look up the list. These are people who was charged
and
convicted.
Now, here's the thing I would like to know, right? Here's the thing I would like to know. How many people on that list have been convicted but are still in office? That's
big volume right there. They allowed to let you know what's going on. Yeah,
how many of them are
these people
still
charged and convicted, and some of them ain't even do no time. If they did do time, it was less amount.
How many of them are still in office?
Us three black asses would do. You see what I'm saying?
We getting thrown.
We getting thrown under.
I ain't got to worry about that because I love the kids, but I don't mess with the kids.
Yeah, let me just
for real.
I got this one bill. Now this just goes to show you that they trying to make pedophilia another sexual connotation. They trying to make it part of the LGBT movement. So this is
the LGBTQIA plus P.
Whatever, all that. It said Kamala Harris endorsed California lawmaker behind pro-pedophile bill SB 145.
What?
Senator Kamala Harris, Joe Biden's running mate, endorsed a California lawmaker who was behind California's recently passed SB 145. Critics have dubbed SB 145 the pro-pedophile bill for its relaxed automatic sex offender registration guidelines. These exempt some convicted pedophiles of certain offenses from mandatory sex offender registration if the person is not more than 10 years older than the minor, when the minor is between the ages of 14 and 17, leaving the decision to the presiding judge. So pretty much telling you that if you are within 10 years of age of the person, then they ain't gonna, it's up to the judge to charge you or convict you. It's not an actual written law. You see what I'm saying? That you have to be convicted. And that's, to me, is scary because, come on, a 12-year-old, a 14-year-old, that's still a child.
I seen that too.
15-year-old, that's still a
child.
It
goes back to what we were saying in that first podcast when we was talking about what's going on with Netflix right now with cuties.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
is
the
movie
U.S.
that's sexualizing children.
Are they deliberately trying to normalize pedophilia? And the answer is yes. You got to look at the laws they coming out with, all these convicted, charged politicians, you know what I'm saying, people in the music industry that, you know what I'm saying, been victims, people in Hollywood and the movie industry.
I heard Disney is notorious.
Oh, Disney. Oh,
I heard Disney is just horrible with
something
that.
serious with themselves.
Disney go out they way to hire some motherfuckers that's been convicted and charged with pedophilia. Just look at their movies, look at the directors and things. Some of them people
Peter
been charged,
Pan,
man.
You still think he a kid? What you thought that was about?
Man, I know I was shocked.
You thought it was about some peanut butter, did you? I
it
know
was
you
peanut
was.
butter.
Why? See,
It
they
wasn't.
put it right over your head.
It was by trying to get child booty.
It wasn't about no sandwich.
I was like, what?
It wasn't about no peanut butter sandwich.
Hey, bro, but real spill, I used to feel like that when I felt like that when I first heard what the whole story about R. Kelly Pied Piper was.
Oh yeah.
When my people told me, yeah, the Pied Piper used to lure children through music.
That's Pan right there. The little Pan, the little demon or whatever he was, some kind of deity. Or I don't know if he was a real person or not. I think he could have been a real person. I don't know if you heard about Pan, Alan. They play the flute. The little short person that play the flute or whatever, and they lure the kids in.
Oh, like that's like a mythology
like
thing?
Pied Piper, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I think I heard.
But it's called Pan. The little
Now, it's Pan. Pan is different from the Greek god Pan.
I think I don't know if it's. I think it is. Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
You follow me?
They do. But I want to put this in here. John Healy, the director of music publishing at Disney, has been charged with 3 felony counts of child sex abuse. He's 58 years old. So he was charged with abusing an 11-year-old, and he continued until she was 15. So, like I said, that's just somebody that puts themselves in these children companies. These companies more tied to even like these toy companies. Sometimes you gotta look at, you know what I'm saying? They everywhere, man. Anything dealing with children.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah.
TV shows, all that.
But how much does that go back like to Greek mythology? Because we talk about Zeus or whatever, but we rarely talk about Zeus and Ganymede, right? Where Zeus turned into an eagle, picked him up, and then had sex with Ganymede. So it was like this is kind of like in Greek culture. And if anybody knows anything about America, America is. Yep, that's him. America is basically a copy of the Roman Empire, which is a copy of the Greek Empire.
When they came out, they took over, man, and ran with it, man.
Yeah.
They came out swinging.
You know, they was already doing that in the Roman times, bro, with the kids and things. Even as far as the Catholic Church, we all know they go deep.
Ooh,
they go deep.
They go back to what I was saying, the Roman Catholic Church, right? It goes back to Rome.
There you go. They got a whole ritual about sucking the blood off of a circumcision of a child.
All that Vatican stuff they got going on.
Oh man,
I'm gonna say it, man.
This shit right here, like I said, now we getting into territory where like.
That's all I'm gonna say.
You know what I'm saying? We getting into some real muddy waters.
I'm gonna keep it.
Man. That
right
right there, that might be worse than the whole Zionist Jewish thing. You know?
Yeah. So what we gonna do is
we're gonna keep it moving.
We're gonna keep it moving. Just don't touch them kids, man. Leave the kids alone.
What we got? We got something for pop culture today.
Yeah, what's up?
Man, what we got on the pop culture side?
Let me switch it up on a lighter note because we got too deep. You know we get deep.
Bro,
that brother's deep.
But we had to get to the source.
Get deep over here, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
Look. Shit,
I got the Fresh Prince though, man. I don't think they're doing a reboot. They doing like a reunion special coming up soon. Will Smith and the whole cast of the Fresh Prince.
They doing another one?
Yeah, they was filming like Uncle Phil. Nah, they say rest in peace, Uncle Phil. First thing first. You feel me?
Yeah.
But for real, what y'all think about that?
He the only father that I ever.
And
knew.
I seen
I'm gonna be a better you.
This man crazy. I seen the light skin Viv in the pictures though with the cast, so I don't know if the other one coming.
No, that dark skin one. She still got hate in her heart.
I don't know if she might make an appearance, but I don't know. I don't know what they gonna do. Jazz was there. Everybody was there. Jazz, yeah.
So it's a reunion episode, or
like a special or whatever. It's not a whole season. I think they just filmed one day of like a special. So that's what they gonna do with
Which one was better, Martin or Fresh Prince?
And I'm fresh to death, man. I ain't gonna lie, but
stupid.
I'm gonna tell you this: I love the Fresh Prince, man. I tried to be the Fresh Prince, but Martin, man, is crazy.
Bro. Come on, man.
Jerome in the house.
Martin was a little funnier to me.
Yeah,
it was funnier to me, but I like the story.
Don't get me wrong, Fresh Prince was up tier. He was top tier.
Yeah, it was top tier. It was more
for
relatable
hood,
for like
for the culture. Like that. For the culture, it got to be Martin.
Yeah, Martin. He was just a plum fool, man.
I'm talking.
Watch your mouth.
Hey, I say that, bro. Don't you know no good?
What y'all know about? Oh my goodness. Oh
that ain't no damn right.
Oh, Shanae on here on your boy.
Oh
she
man,
she get a hold of you. It's over with.
Yeah, man. So for me, man, it's definitely got to be. But a lot of those shows, man, you wonder where those shows went, man. You don't see any kind of shows that
nothing lasts forever, man.
But nothing came up after that. Like nothing.
Nah.
You don't
black
see
sitcoms.
Like the black sitcoms.
Nah, really. No.
In the 90s, you had Different World. You had Martin. You had Family Matters.
I think what was the last one we had?
Like my wife and kids, or something like that.
In the House.
And that was like probably the last big one was like My Wife and Kids, probably that I can remember.
Yep, Damon Wayans was funny.
And that was it, really.
He really the funniest out of all the Wayans.
But TV in general just done had a decline, man.
Yeah,
a lot of people stopped watching TV a decade ago.
But you would think that something like with all these new shows that come out on Netflix and Hulu that they would make a decent comedy show for for the culture. But the stuff they be putting out now is just super corny.
Lil Real had a show last year, man. The Real Show. But it was alright. I liked it, but it only had like that one season, so it ain't get picked up. So
y'all don't listen to Lil Real, man. Y'all got to go watch Lil Real.
But I like the show. I was a fan. I watched every episode.
That his
Lil Real, who is that the guy?
Lil Real,
comedian from Chicago. He was in Get Out. The friend.
Okay,
that
he was.
You
gotta go look at his stand up, bro. Relevant.
Yeah, he's funny.
He's super duper.
I seen some of his stand up.
I'm talking about that boy. He cold with it. He cold with that mic. Real, if you listening, man, you got a supporter for life in me, bro.
Yeah, that boy funny, man.
He funny, man. He one of the last of the greats, man.
Yeah, he is.
Because how many people are really funny out here right now?
He one of the last like stand up comedians like. Good like that.
The OGs.
Yeah,
like
besides though, because everybody else today like really internet.
I'm talking about the new generation, new blood.
It's a lot of internet comedians now. He one of the stand up comedian, like a real stand up comedian.
A real stand up.
I don't know too many new generation.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody on IG and stuff like this.
Like when Kevin Hart first came out, he was hilarious.
Yeah, where would y'all put Corey Holcomb?
Man, he old school.
He OG.
But he funny though.
He funny.
5150, man.
Yeah. He funny, but to me, it's not like you don't see nobody that's really like taking the stage and saying, "Man, this is the new blood and this is the new face of urban comedy." You don't see it, man. These dudes is corny.
85 South probably some of the best, but other than that, like I don't listen to nobody new except for like them right there. And even that Carlos been out for a minute though. He been out since like late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh yeah, shout out to Carlos Miller, man. Shout out to Carlos Miller, fellow Mississippian. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, subscribe to us, Carlos. Shout us out. I'm gonna reach out to him on Twitter.
Yeah, we waiting on that Carlos Bernard to come out, my guy, so we can sip on some of that on the Fonswa podcast.
Exactly, man.
You got some drink coming out?
Yeah, that liquor, some cognac.
Yeah. Oh, you got a liquor coming out?
Supposed to be. They supposed to be working on something. Yeah. So we gonna see how that turn out. That Carlos Bernard.
Speaking of black men in the food and beverage line of work, your boy Travis Scott got his own McDonald's menu. Not menu, my bad, meal.
McDonald's meal.
I'm gonna say menu. You got a whole menu?
That should have been cool. Hey, give a black man the whole thing.
Who was the last person that, I think Michael Jordan was the last person to have his own meal from McDonald's, right?
Yeah, they got his own meal. I think
the Migos had like a meal at Popeyes or some shit like that. Man,
I think they did, didn't you? I seen them on one of the advertisements, Yeah, it was a limited time only. You know how they go.
Yeah, put it through spaces. Open your aces.
Try to tell you shit. What else we got, man? Boy, Trump got nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. I don't know if y'all looked
Trump
into that.
got
nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize.
What for? What? What did he do?
It's something about
Israel and the UAE. I heard.
Yep, Israel.
Where Dubai is. I heard that he kind of like brokered.
How you pronounce that? United Arab
Emirates.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, my bad. I'm butchering y'all name.
Nah, you
cut your head off, boy.
I've been over in Fonswa land.
Yo, cut your head off.
Nah, don't do it. Please don't be here.
Bring him to me.
All my life.
Oh yeah, I don't think when the last time a president was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Obama
was.
Yeah, he was.
That's almost That's normal.
But before him, it was like Jimmy Carter or somebody like that. So yeah,
Jimmy Carter was the last president that I actually kind of liked. The peanut farmer. Matter of fact, I was talking to a guy not too long ago. We was talking about Carter. You know what I'm saying?
Jimmy Carter. It was Obama, Trump, Jimmy Carter, somebody. It was another president.
Who came out to Jimmy Carter?
I don't know. I ain't gonna say
Reagan, right?
Probably so, but he didn't get a Nobel Peace Prize.
Before
I think
Jimmy
it was
Carter,
only 4
Ford.
presidents to get a Nobel Peace Prize.
Said Theodore Roosevelt.
Roosevelt, yeah.
Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter.
Woodrow.
Barack Obama got. Did he win it, or was he just nominated? We stole with the honor. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Obama, and then not Trump. So Obama, Trump, Carter, and Woodrow. But that's got to say something though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, if you rock with Obama so much, shit, Trump got. You finna get them same accolades.
So,
See,
I don't think
he gonna
even
be
more.
smiling.
Yeah.
Not happy cheesing.
I am the only president to have. Be like, no, you weren't, nigga. Stop the goddamn false
Stop
information.
the cap, Trump. Stop the cap.
Stop the
bro.
fake news.
Come on, man. You know, he do that a lot too.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that can save us.
Right.
If you just trust in me, everything will be awesome.
Well, I think he said in one of them rallies, man, he said, shit, we're going to put up tolls so Mexico could still pay for that border wall I'm building. Talking about they doing.
Trump is crazy.
Well, he said, I'm doing 10 million miles a day. He said, nigga. What? Exactly. What?
I'm gonna tell you this too, man. Some other pop culture news, man. What y'all know about that versus battle, man, with Timbaland and Swizz Beats? What they doing versus?
Oh, that's
versus
dope.
TV.
That's dope for the.
I
heard they supposed to have
doing
Patty
versus
LaBelle
TV.
and Gladys.
They haven't Auntie Patty and Auntie Gladys Knight doing the versus.
I'm saying I thought you were saying they was gonna do a beat battle.
Nah, they already did.
They
That was
already
the
did
first
that beat
ones.
battle.
That was the first
yeah,
ones
yeah.
that did it.
They did
So that's why
one
they
with
kicked
Teddy
it off.
Riley and Babyface. They did one with
Brandy and
The
Monica.
DMX and Snoop Dogg. That was the best one to me.
Yeah, I like that one.
I think that one was.
I like the Babyface and Teddy.
That one was so funny to me because Teddy couldn't get his stuff together.
Yeah, that was too. That's what made it funny.
That's what made it super funny.
But the aunties taking over, man. It's gonna be the battle of the cornbread dressing or whatever. You feel me?
They just had that Monica and
the battle of the potato salad.
Y'all watched the Monica and Brandy one?
I
didn't get a chance to watch, but I wanted to watch it though.
I
ain't no big fan of that. I like them, but
y'all mess with the R&B too.
I always like the older R&B singers, man.
Like who?
Like Aretha Franklin and Patti LaBelle was still out, and Aretha
Franklin
had Mahalia Jackson.
Okay,
Mahalia Jackson.
Feel me?
So Anita Baker.
You went way back to damn.
Whitney Houston is my favorite.
I like giving you the best that I got.
When Brandy and Monica, I still was a fan of Mary J. Man, I'm a big fan of Mary J.
Mary J. the last of the real life.
Yeah, so I really wasn't listening to whatever they had going on. You feel me?
Really, I don't even see.
I wasn't even
Who
listening.
over Mary J. in R&B as far as females?
Not in hip hop R&B.
And
nobody.
as far as females,
nobody in hip hop.
Ain't nobody over Mary J. when it comes to
R&B. In the '90s,
as far as vocals,
you can't even put Beyonce over.
No,
you can't put Beyonce over.
I'm gonna say this: as far as vocals, I'm gonna say Whitney Houston.
Nah, but she wasn't hip hop R&B.
Nah, she wasn't.
There's nobody that was hip hop R&B. Some
Mariah Carey was pretty good.
But
that still was more pop.
That's soul and pop.
Mary was the street.
Yeah, Mary was up there, man.
Mary
nobody touch her.
She was
can't
the
really
coach.
touch Mary.
Nah, Faith Evans tried to, but she couldn't do it. She wasn't getting. I like Faith too, but nah.
Yeah, Faith couldn't do it.
Mary.
Lauryn
did
Hill
that.
up there, but
Lauryn Hill is up there.
Ooh, that's a good.
Hill.
Like, could you imagine that battle?
But still,
Mary J versus Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
Ooh, that'd be.
I think it's a better matchup for Lauryn though. I gotta think of it. It might be a better matchup than Mary, because Mary just.
So,
You know,
she got more hits.
Yeah,
She got
she
way
had her
more
own
hits,
lane.
man.
But Lauryn though, if you add her album and then you add the Fugees,
oh my god,
bro, she got some hits.
the motherfucker could spit too.
Oh, she was dope.
Y'all talking about the Cardi B's and the Megans and the Nickies? That motherfucker Lauryn Hill was.
I hate when people say she only had one album. And so, you know, I be like,
she had 2 albums. She had that Unplugged album.
She only had a couple albums. I be like, that don't even matter, man.
But you gotta count the Fugees.
That's how people
all her verses off the Fugees.
That's what people say about Andre 3000.
Though.
People say the same thing about Andre 3000. I do not agree with them. I believe Andre 3 Stacks is still the king.
Yeah, it don't matter how many. It don't matter if he had half an album. That man spitting.
And then his album that he put out changed. That's the thing with Lauryn Hill and with 3 Stacks, right? Is okay, they put out one album, but what did them albums mean to the culture?
You right.
Right? So when you listen to Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, that changed the culture.
She was on Sister Act 2 also, man. She was on Sister Act 2.
If you wanna be somebody,
come on now.
If you wanna go somewhere, you gotta wake up and pay attention. Fonswa. Oh yeah, Casey, JoJo.
All right.
Your eyes
on the sparrow. Give them the link to the mixtape, Fred.
Yeah, go ahead.
You remember that boy said, when Jesus Hey, he killed it. Where he at, man?
I don't know where
we need to get him on the podcast.
When Jesus was. My teeth.
We need to get him on the podcast.
We definitely need him on the Fonswa podcast.
Whoever.
Oh, man.
We doing interviews too. Whoever, you know, you gotta have, you know, a certain, you know, certain amount of people, you know, with your followers and stuff. And if you establish and you want to come, you know, and get some off your chest, or you know, you want to get some promotion, holler at us.
Yeah, man, we willing to work.
If you're an artist or like an influencer or anything, or you know, a politician, whoever, small business owner, let us know.
Yeah, we trying to get everybody into this thing, man.
Fun-wise for the Black culture. Excellence.
Man, where y'all want to move next, though? Where we going? Shit, we could talk about the UFO sightings.
If you want to, that's the UFO sightings. That's AP field. That ain't our field.
Yeah, that ain't
that's
my
AP
field.
I'm not familiar with it. You know, I know some immigrants. They call them aliens, but anybody else, bibbles for shizzles.
We can talk about what's going on in Australia.
What's going on in Australia?
Them draconian laws they didn't put on your people out there, man. Folks,
Australia down under.
Them folks locked down. Like, they can't go nowhere. They can't even go outside.
Let us know what's going on in Australia. Because I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, man. They had...
not familiar.
They had another lockdown due to COVID reasons, they say. But like I said, man, to me, that's all bullshit. Pretty much, man, they arresting people for Facebook posts, breaking into folks' houses and shit, man, taking them. Because they putting up... They talk about it's called... it's a new law called incitement. Pretty much, if you on Facebook talking about anti-lockdown protesting or anything like that, they will look you up in the system, come to your house and arrest you and put you on.
Wow.
How much time they giving people? You know?
I'm not sure exactly how much time. You know, that's up for the judge. But yeah, man, shit, if I could find the audio, it's a video out. Here you go.
That's a wild situation.
Very wild.
Yeah, you can show me your search warrant before you go through.
It's the Australian police. They arresting a pregnant woman for a Facebook post.
Search warrant. Search warrant for what?
Now, what I will explain to you is
search warrant for what?
You got your phone going?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Right. Now, you're under arrest in relation to incitement.
Incitement?
Yeah. Now, you're not obliged to say or do anything, but anything you say or do may be given evidence.
Excuse me, incitement for what? What on earth? Excuse me, what on earth?
Just put your phone down.
Can you, like, record this? I'm in my pajamas.
What's this?
I have an ultrasound in an hour.
Yeah, she's pregnant, so...
Take it easy.
What's this about?
I have an ultrasound in an hour.
Let me finish and I'll explain. It's in relation to a Facebook post, in relation to a lockdown protest you put on for Saturday.
Yeah, and I wasn't breaking any laws by doing
You
that.
are actually. You are breaking all. That's why I'm arresting you in relation to
In front
How
of
can
my
you arrest
children,
her? That's...
In front of my 2 children.
Can't you just say to her, take the post down? Like, come on.
I'm happy to delete the post. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I have to give you these caution and rights. You understand?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy to delete the post. This is ridiculous. Like, this is in front of my... That's
maybe
fine.
giving evidence. You understand that?
Yeah, that's fine. But my 2 kids are here. I have an ultrasound.
So that's just what's going on in Australia, man. They, you know what I'm saying? And look, if you take away a country weapons, they can't never defend themselves against a tyrannical government. That's Second Amendment rights. That's why I love to be down here in the South in a red state where them boys gonna protect
good old boys.
Them good old boys gonna want to keep their guns. So
I tell you one thing, brother.
One thing about it,
to rip this from my dead body.
Hey, you ain't taking me. Shit, I'll blow this whole motherfucker up, man. Fuck
I
that.
know my rights.
I know that.
Well, my daddy was a Confederate general. Ulysses Bloodbath.
Bloodbath.
He's buried right there in the goddamn by the Chattahoochee River in New Albany, Mississippi. He got us down there, brother, and we's gonna stand on that. We firm, brother. We're gonna have to rip this out of my hand, brother. Everyone's packing too, brother. My grandmother and the grandbaby too. They're packing. Come pull it out of my hands. Come on.
Where y'all at with that, man?
Come on and get it, brother.
With
Bring it up.
Fucking up, just pretty much saying shit. We don't give a damn.
I feel like, man, it's just like he was saying, man. Like once you give away your Second Amendment right, you kind of become like a subject of the state. I mean, we already kind of like a subject of the state, but at least, you know, that's what the whole thing was about with Great Britain, right? When they decided to separate because it was tyrannical government. The Queen became like, you know what I'm saying?
Dictator.
Nah, I think it was the King. It was King George, right?
I'm not sure on that.
I think it was King George. The King just got real like tyrannical.
That's
why you had the Boston Tea Party, right?
Yeah.
So you know, that's the reason why in America. But that's also bad because there's certain things that the government needs to do to ensure safety. But because it does infringe on the rights of other individuals, they're like, nah, we ain't going. And then it's just at a standstill. It's like what was going on with COVID. Whether you believe it or not, if it is something that is serious and that was that serious, you had white people like, nah, we ain't going for that. We ain't wearing no masks. We out here with our guns, and we dare you to do something.
I dare you to take this mask from me, brother. It's gonna be me and you.
You had to tie from my old bed hands. I'll kill you. I'll shoot you dead in the head, boy. Don't you ever try to.
Right between the eyes.
Nigga, that's my brother, and I'll die for him. I'll kill for him, too.
But real talk, they was out there, man. And I don't know, man. I feel some type of way because I think when they did that, we should have went out there with their ass, man.
You think
to be honest with you.
I think everybody.
Because there wasn't just we get too divided amongst races, man. And there was a moment for us to come together and show America that we not going for that, man. And
like,
if we
don't want to wear no mask either.
A lot of us don't, but some of us do. It's a lot of us do, and a lot of us don't. And if you don't want to wear it, you should have went out there with them. You feel me? And if you don't want your guns to be taken, because the mask, that's whatever. Some people feel one type of way, somebody feel another type of way. So, but the weapon thing is something different. You feel me? So you don't want them to take your weapons from you, man, because then it's over with from there. You already know what they bringing in. So we should have went out there with them and told them they not taking nobody weapon from them, even if we ain't agree with the mask thing, which is childish anyway. We should have just went out there and said nobody taking our weapons from us because we got the right to defend ourselves.
What are you trying to prove by not wearing these masks?
It's little stuff though. That's what I mean.
Yeah. I'm saying this is for your protection. This is for your protection.
Ain't that's what the Nazis said?
What are you talking? This is a mask.
No.
I'm gonna say this about the mask though.
Ain't that's what the Nazis said? It's
what
for
are
your
you trying
protection.
to prove?
But like I was saying though, the mask ain't no big deal, man.
The mask is not a big deal. Just put it on.
Either that, like I said, it ain't for your best.
It's for your good.
About compliance,
it's for your own good.
See, now right now you arguing for your own oppressor.
No, what I'm doing is I'm saying that you can affect my mother. You be around my mother. You don't have your mask on. She don't have her mask on.
Well, get the vaccine then, bro. Go get the vaccine.
Ain't no vaccine until then, bro. What a mask.
Then,
they coming out with.
Do you have health insurance?
Until then,
do you have health insurance?
I have health insurance.
Okay,
do you have health insurance?
Man, you know I got all kind of insurance, man. I'm the insurance brother. I might sell you some insurance.
Real talk though. Until then,
I tried
to bro. If you so scared about a virus that you want to put on a mask, stay at home, bro. Just stay at home.
This is true, but certain things you have to go outside.
They tell you on the box, bro. The mask don't stop you.
Don't you have to go outside eventually for certain things?
I'm saying whoever is scared, whoever ain't scared, that's who you send out there. That's what they doing in Australia. Only one person can go to a grocery store at this time. You see what I'm saying? And it's in between these hours. So if y'all want to get to that, that's where it starts. Start with the mask. That's why the mask, my bad. That's why the mask is so big. You see what I'm saying? Because oh man, it's just a mask. It's just put on the mask. Anybody who don't wear a mask is an idiot. It started there, but then it started. Well, man, it's too many people out here, so we're gonna need just one of y'all can be able to allow to.
But even
we gonna lock the city down.
If they do that, it's like, what power do you have with that anyway? That's corporate power. It's even like, okay, so you don't want to wear the mask. Can you go inside Walmart?
Nah, you can't.
You can.
That's where we going. You see, I see how fucked up that is.
But I'm saying that's for your precaution. That's for your
I got a corporation saying that my body is endangering everybody else around me, even though I don't got COVID. I could get tested for COVID and it say negative. Why do I still have to wear a mask to go in there to buy some fucking
Because
groceries?
that's not because one, the Constitution doesn't protect you from corporate America, right? Corporate America, if corporate America says that they want something from their consumer, you either have to abide by it or you don't, or you don't shop.
That's your business.
That's your business, or you just don't.
Right.
You don't do it.
But even for a governor to say we mandating that everybody, okay, right now if they say, hey, underwear not allowed no more. We've been seeing a lot of people starting to get rashes and things.
That's
bro.
stupid.
We're gonna outlaw underwear,
that's
bro.
Stupid,
so now everybody go.
That's not a virus that's killing half of the world, bro.
It's not killing half of the world. Didn't we just say 90% of them
No. When I
positives?
say killing half of the world, that means that it is killing people all around the world, and half of the world is still in the pandemic. There are other parts of the world like China or Wuhan where they have locked down everything and they've brought it down to a reasonable number. But there's other people like Italy, there's other places like France that are in a crisis with it. There are people like in Israel.
Let me just go ahead and debunk all that what you're saying.
Go ahead.
Sweden close to victory over coronavirus. Never had a lockdown or a mask mandate.
Okay.
So it's all over the world, right? But the people that don't want to participate in the bullshit that the rest of it, because you got to understand, bro, it's already a one world government.
One country, bro.
But you gotta understand, bro. We're not talking about separate. You think the world is separated when it's not. It goes top down. Governments aren't separated, bro. Governments get from the head, the elite, whoever y'all don't want to speak about, who y'all be talking about. Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Them,
Yeah.
right? Then it goes down to
AP
China and American government. I'm crazy, right?
I used to be AP, y'all.
But when it comes down to it, you'll look around and say, damn, this shit was happening in Australia, now it's happening here. Damn, why the fuck I gotta go, with the police because I put up something on Facebook that don't line up with. We already seen it with these fact checkers
that
on
is
Instagram, bro.
I will admit that's totalitarian.
But where does it start is what I'm saying. A mask is, it's a small thing, but it leads up to bigger
I'm
things.
saying this. This is what
That's
I'm
all
saying.
I'm saying.
You don't have an institution. Do you have institution? Do you have a medical institution?
Bro, are we even talking about that?
I'm saying, do you have a medical institution?
No.
Do you have doctors, scientists to test to see if this thing is real, or are you getting your information?
I got information on doctors.
You got information from where?
From doctors.
From where?
From doctors.
From where?
From doctors.
From where?
From doctors.
I'm saying, you saying from doctors from where? Where are these doctors from?
Online.
Online, exactly.
I'm
So
saying
you're taking your life on hand for some doctors who they might not even be doctors. Because just because you have a name that's doctor in front of your name, don't mean you're into the medical field.
So if I can look up their practice, then are they not doctors?
Yeah, they doctors.
Even if they aren't
They
doctors and they
doctors,
do practice.
Yeah, they got their credentials.
If they got their credentials, they
Yeah, they
doctors.
doctors.
Okay,
What
even
is
if they
what is me getting
All
my
of them
information?
don't agree. I was at the
I was
doctor's
just gonna
office
say,
one
every
time,
doctor
and
don't
they
agree,
even
bro.
said something about the mask. Well, like one of them, and that was like, he don't think we need to be wearing no mask. That's a real
That's what I'm
doctor.
trying
But
to
then
tell
you
See,
got
arguing
other
over
doctors.
something
But no,
that's
wait
not
a
even
minute. No, I'm not
Everybody not
arguing.
gonna agree.
I'm not arguing, but this is what I'm saying, right? You got one doctor, like what he just said, saying that it doesn't, we don't need to wear it, or they don't believe that we need to wear it. But then you got other doctors that are like,
Bro, don't
that's
tell
coming
me
out
about
that's
the other
telling that you
doctors.
do need to wear it. So you want to listen
after we get to somebody who proves their shit by science, saying the shit
You
don't
going off
don't
your
make
belief,
sense.
though, bro.
It ain't beliefs. He just said he got a doctor himself.
one doctor, but you also have another doctor that's telling a total
Everybody
different
got
opinion.
different reasons.
So here's what I'm
Nobody know
telling
what's
you.
going
Here's
on.
what I'm telling you, AP.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's
go
what
ahead,
I'm
go
telling
ahead.
you. Let's calm down. Here's what I'm telling you. I'm telling
Go ahead.
you. I'm telling you that since there is a conflict between this, it's not solidified. What is the fact? take precautions and just wear the mask because you don't know. You don't have any medical institutions to back you up to make sure that everything is A1 in your belief. So just wear the mask just in precaution so you don't have to end up affecting yourself or affecting your family, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, I could be wrong. It could all be a hoax.
That thinking right there, bro, is what's going to lose all your rights as an American. Bro, that right there.
Bro.
That's what's going to lose everything.
George Bush signed the Patriot Act a long time ago,
of people, bro. 90% of people going to think like you,
Obama signed the NDAA a long time ago, bro. Like, that's...
But this is what I'm saying. You see?
Come on, man.
You see? Who we talking about? Presidents and politicians.
Exactly.
People that's already bought off, right? So we listening to them. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, we listening to the different doctors. Because I've been around doctors.
Listen, I'm listening to Dr. Sabi. I don't know what type of doctors
Dr.
you
Sabi
listen to.
ain't here to tell you about COVID-19.
He already told me about virus. What is COVID? A virus, right?
Okay. Right.
He already told us about virus.
I'm not going to disrespect Dr. Sabi because that man did a lot for the culture. That man did a lot for the culture, but he's not here to tell me.
If you want to listen to CDC and World Health Organization doctors, then that'll just be on you, brother. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I listen to my brother over anything.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Dr. Sabi is not here to actually clarify what COVID is or if he still holds on to his belief about viruses dealing with this particular virus. So what I'm saying is, since there isn't any institutions, since we don't have any institutions to guarantee that this is what it is,
somebody got to be alive. Somebody got to be alive for you to believe what they say.
Yeah, because there's different things. You have different contexts.
I'm saying if he's already stated about viruses, bacteria, and diseases in whole, he's already stated. He's already did the research.
But there are different viruses that might have a different effect on
you
black.
Talking about different? It's still a virus.
All right, man.
A virus gonna be a virus.
You do you, bro.
I'm agree to disagree.
I'm gonna agree to disagree with this.
A virus gonna be a virus.
Like I said, I might be wrong.
I just told you a whole country that didn't have a lockdown or a mask mandate been got through this shit.
Okay, so what I'm gonna say is I might be wrong. He might be wrong. I might be right. All I'm gonna say is this, right? Take the necessary precautions. I'm gonna keep saying
make sure the next person say.
Make sure the next person say.
But like I was saying for y'all, he started all it don't matter if you wear the mask or not. That's your belief and what you got to deal with. But like I was saying, we need to be fighting. We still need to stay together for the fight for stuff that really do matter. Because that's like I said, that's real petty though. About wearing a mask or not, whatever.
But when they come to locking down the economy and saying, okay, you can't go to your job. You see what I'm saying? Then that mask talk feel like a real stupid. Like, fam, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Okay, let's say, for instance, you say to yourself, I'm not going to wear this mask. I'm just not going to do it, right?
I don't wear a mask unless I have to go into your business.
That's exactly what I was finna say.
That's it, bro.
When I FaceTime you earlier, what you have on?
I was
you
in
finna
Walmart.
go to Walmart.
I was in Walmart.
You had to put that mask on, right?
But what is that saying, though? Is that not like taking away a little bit of
that's
your
what
rights,
I'm saying. That's what I'm finna say, right? It's like, okay, so you fighting, but what are you really fighting for? Because at the end of the day, you still gonna have to comply.
Yeah, to go inside Walmart until I can feed myself. Exactly. But that's what we just talked about. When we started the podcast on. Go ahead, start planning your food. Because I'm telling you right now, when them shelves start clearing out,
it's over with.
It's over with. It's
now,
too late.
Seeds
now
too.
that's something we both.
Some seeds too.
Yeah, that's
something.
Thing, yeah.
That's one thing we can agree on, man. Out of all this stuff we do, whether COVID happens and the world falls down or if it stays propped up, you still need to go and get your own food because it's the same thing I'm saying about the mask. Take the proper precautions. Right?
Shop with the farmer market too. My bad, cool.
No, go ahead.
Shop with them farmer market, man. Go to Home Depot and all these little co-op stores. Buy your seeds. Go to get you some buckets or some egg crates or whatever, and grow your own. Get you some soil. Stock up on stuff like that. Even if it's not for the pandemic or whatever, just for every day anyway. Because you don't know what they put in this food out here.
No, you really don't.
So it's best to just grow your own and
Like I said
earlier
in the podcast, you can do it. You don't have to have a lot of land to do that. You can just do that in a 5-gallon bucket. I've done it before. I'm growing watermelons, tomatoes, broccoli, lettuce. What else do I got? Okra, peppers. I'm growing all that in just a 5-gallon bucket. I got like
you growing a watermelon.
I got watermelon. Hold on, I think I got.
In the 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah, and now to get the 5-gallon bucket when you grow the watermelons, they're not gonna be big. They're not gonna be huge, but you will get a lot of. Yeah, I was gonna
say you might have to transplant those
if you want those bigger watermelons, you gonna have to put them in the ground. But it's for the sake of just having something to eat, having the fruit, having this.
What
food.
about some peaches on the little peach tree? You got a peach tree?
Tried that fresh guy.
Grow a tree. We're gonna try to grow a tree in the house and see how that work out. In a 5-gallon bucket. See how that tree gonna grow. You get a little shade tree, an apple tree or something in that thing. Man, yeah. What you got, brother? Man, them some green tomatoes. I'm gonna have to get up with you, boy. I ain't had no fried green tomatoes in so long. Why? Just like Mama used to make.
Like Mama used to get. Next time, fry some for the podcast.
Real time, I'm gonna bring some of that seeds and then we're gonna fry them things up. They're your buckets. Where you get your buckets from?
I got my buckets from Lowe's.
Lowe's, boy. Hey,
you can go to Lowe's.
Get them buckets.
Go to Lowe's. I think they're like $2 a piece or something like that. They not expensive at all. You can go to Walmart and get one for like 99 cents. And these are, like I said, 5-gallon buckets. But just make sure when you put the soil in and when you plant it that you drill holes at the bottom because you have to make sure that your stuff can leak. So you know what I'm saying? That's important. You know, that's very important. But yeah, man, make sure that you get into that. Get into that because that's going to be crucial in the future, and it's also something that that's just good to do. It's just good to garden, right? It's just good practice. So yeah,
Fonswa. All right, man. Shit, we'll try to hit y'all up next week, same time.
Yeah.
Are we in it? We finna get out.
We gonna wrap it up, man.
We gonna wrap it up.
We're gonna wrap it up, man.
What y'all got? Any last words?
Anything y'all want to say before we head out?
Some last words. Let me see. Let me see what I got.
By Dia Donnie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah. Dio Donnie, man, on IG. How to spell it, man? You know how to.
DEUDONI. DEUDONI. That's Dia Donnie on Instagram, and yeah, man, we got these Fonswa shirts popping off as well. So yeah, we got the merch coming for you guys. We would love for y'all to support us, man, bro. Like this is our 3rd episode. And I really think we're doing something great. I hope that everything that you heard on this podcast made you think.
Informative,
or it contributes to your growth. And these brothers that I'm with, man, they good brothers. Even though we might have our little quarrels or whatever as far as our beliefs, I love
it's
all
good.
of
It's good to have diversified
let them know we're on
view, man.
Yeah, let them know we're on Spotify too.
Yeah, we all on Spotify, YouTube.
We did just get on Spotify, right?
So we, on all streaming platforms at this point, man. Y'all check us out. This has been the Fonswa Podcast.
Fonswa.